Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am finally normal again for the most part, and my face isn't as inflated anymore from getting my wisdom teeth out, but today I'm just gonna chill and answer some of your guys' questions. I posted a picture on Instagram recently and asked you guys to ask me questions, so if you want to be featured in my next Q&A, make sure you follow me on there or any social media, because sometimes I do it on Twitter, sometimes I do it on Instagram, you just never know. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. It's super easy, it's free, I'm sure you're gonna have a great time here. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's just talk about the fact that the picture I posted when I asked you guys to ask me questions is of my new tattoo. And yes, I got a tattoo. I know, it's crazy, right? And I never thought I would get one. I mean, I've thought about it. I've never really gone through with it until now. So I'm sure there's going to be plenty of tattoo questions in this Q&A, but I'm also going to be answering some of your other questions that you've left as well. So hands down, the most asked question is, why did I get a tattoo, and if there is a meaning behind it? And no, there's no meaning behind it. Just kidding! So it's a really crazy story, but some of you are gonna judge me for it, and that's okay, to each their own, but honestly it doesn't really affect me. I love it, it's very meaningful to me, and yeah, that's all that matters when you get a tattoo. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when I went to Vegas for Jeff's birthday and we met that couple at the club and all of that stuff? So it turns out that we became really good friends. Like, I have never gotten so close to someone in such a short amount of time, but we've pretty much been hanging out with them every single weekend since Vegas. And if you guys didn't watch that video of my story time, you should definitely watch it. I'll link it right here. But long story short, the husband has cancer and he is dying. I sound like it doesn't faze me, but that's just because I just don't want to turn to an emotional wreck on camera. So I'm trying to keep my composure and just tell you as it is, but it really does affect me. So this couple has been so kind to us and had a huge impact in my life. Like, I didn't think that someone could make such a big impact, but they've made a huge impact in our lives. And when we met up the second time after Vegas, they were like, dude, we feel like we've known you guys for such a long time. And Jeff and I were like, yeah, likewise. Like, I don't know how the stars aligned, but yeah, it just worked out the way it did. But the husband has been getting a bunch of tattoos ever since he got cancer, and he's like, F it, life's too short. And he has a whole bunch of tattoos and meaning behind it. And one night we were just talking to them, we were joking around and saying, oh yeah, we should all get friendship tattoos and match. And the husband was like, yeah, I would love that. Oh my goodness. So then we started talking more about it, and he was like, yes, I'm actually down to get it. Are you guys down to get it? Even his wife was like, yeah, that's a great idea. We just gotta come up with the tattoo. And I was like, oh crap, like, I've thought about a tattoo, but I've never really thought about really getting a tattoo, like really going to the shop and, like, you know, getting tatted up. Yeah, it kind of just happened, and we decided to get the tattoo of the date that we met each other that night, because I guess Jeff and I had just as big as an impact on their lives as they did to ours. And the crazy thing is that the husband was actually supposed to die the beginning of March. The doctor gave him till the beginning of March, and he met us at the beginning of March and ended up living, and is still living, hopefully still living by the time I upload this video, because it's been really bad. But he's lived an extra month and a half so far since he's met us, and he thinks that it's a miracle. And I don't know, it's just a lot of, like, it's a lot of risky things that you don't hear about on a daily basis, but it worked out the way it did. We all went to the shop and got matching tattoos, but that's the story behind the tattoo. Really crazy. And I'm trying to make it long story short, so that is the gist of it. Someone else also asked, how long did it take to get the tattoo? So these are just Roman numerals, and that alone took about 30-35 minutes, not including the time it took to sketch out the tattoo, because they always have to sketch the tattoo before they put it on your skin and start, you know, tatting you up for the rest of your life. I'm surprised no one asked this question, but I'm just gonna include it in this video just because I don't think I'm gonna make a whole nother video on the tattoo experience and stuff. I'm just gonna intertwine it through these Q&As. But I'm sure some of you were thinking, like, does it hurt getting a tattoo, and how does it hurt? Because that was definitely my question when I was thinking about getting this tattoo. And the wife described it to me perfectly. She says it feels like razor blades, like micro razor blades. And I'm not gonna lie, that's exactly how it felt. It was very uncomfortable because I have a very low pain tolerance, I would say. And I was just sitting there like holding Jeff's hand like, oh, it hurts. The other side thing about my ankle is that that tattoo actually hit my bone. So I'm just gonna put my leg up. The tattoo like hit the top part of my bone a little bit when they were doing it, and it hurt so bad. I decided to go with a black tattoo and not a colored tattoo because I don't know if you guys know this, but when you get a tattoo, black is using a single needle, and it felt so painful already, and when they use color, it uses multiple needles, so I can't even imagine how that feels, and I'm already like cringing because yeah, like it just sounds so painful, and this was just a single needle. And one more thing I'm going to mention about the tattoo before I move on to other questions. No one asked this question, by the way, but I just wanted to let you guys know just in case you're curious about getting a tattoo. But the upkeep of a tattoo is kind of like a process of itself because it's an open wound and you really do have to care for it. So I use antibacterial soap. I just use the Dial bar soap, and I get some of the soap, I wet it and stuff, make bubbles and suds, and then I use my hands in circular motions to clean it at least 2 to 3 times a day for about a week. My tattoo is almost fully healed, but not completely, so I have to make sure I keep it clean because if it gets infected, it's gonna not heal properly and just a lot of things can go wrong. Alright, so we're moving on from the tattoo topic, but if you guys have any other questions about my tattoo, leave them in the comments below and I'll just reply to you like individually. So the next question is, what do you like to do on your free time? And honestly, I don't really get that much free time because I feel like I go to work, and then when I come home from work, I do YouTube stuff. So I guess YouTube is what I do in my free time. It's more of a hobby. Ooh, I love this question. What is your favorite boba place and what makes you happy or positive? So my favorite boba place, that's really hard. I am in SoCal, and there are certain parts of SoCal that have a lot of different boba shops. So I would have to say, price-wise, 85 Degree Bakery is a really good place because it's like $2.75 for a cup of boba. My other favorite place is called Ding Tea. Their prices are really good as well, and their drinks are just so good, and they're like a Taiwanese boba place. So yeah, their golden boba is so good. And Kung Fu Tea is really good as well. And also what keeps me positive and happy is just focusing on the good parts of my life. And I'm not saying you should shut down completely the negative part of your life, like obviously acknowledge it because it helps you grow, but I just like to focus on the people in my life, the friendships I have, just things that aren't just material, because material things don't make you happy, genuinely happy. What is a clothing accessory that you always seem to have on or want to wear the most? And at the moment, it is my choker set. I have one of the necklaces on right now from Missouri. This isn't a choker obviously, but this, I usually wear this with the other choker, but I decided to spice it up and not wear it, but it's literally been in every single video, and that is my go-to right now. I just love it. Gold chokers, dainty. Alright, so that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new about me. But if you would like me to do more Q&As in the future, please give this video a thumbs up. And as promised, here are the people who are getting shoutouts from the previous video. You guys are awesome! And don't forget to subscribe again to the family and follow me on social media, blah blah blah. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!